Now, he's talked about a lot of projects and has challenged us to go and verify. And so I'm asking, in your analysis, what's the most effective way, to ensure that these efforts translate to, lasting regional transformation?
Well, basically, I think we could do three things. But I want to say some few things based on the feedback I got from the Honorable Minister. In terms of issues around procurement, I'm not talking about abuse within. Okay. I'm talking about the top four. It usually leads to, I hold the money, I will not spend it on this. This is my fourth, I will not share it with anybody. So, for instance,
being territorial.
Yes, being territorial. So,
the commissions?
No, I'm talking about across the commissions now. Okay. So, for instance, if Borno people are highest supplier of, say, cattle to Lagos, and then Lagos state government was magnanimous to give them an open field without any infrastructure, it doesn't stop Borno State. It doesn't cost Borno State anything, not East Development Commission anything, to the extent that Northeast is supplying Lagos State
and benefiting
cattle,
from it.
And they're benefiting from it. Is the people that is there, and it is the community that has been given that land. Nothing stops, say, the commission, three commissions collaborating now to build a cattle market in Lagos State. It becomes an investment. But if you now see it more or less like it's not our problem, but is your people are using that, and that is how we can integrate and assist each other to collaborate to solve a problem. So that is what I'm looking at. But I'm not talking about insider abuse, because Northeast Development Commission fairly well I'm familiar with what they are doing, and substantially, they are doing well and they are delivering. Now, what we need to do in terms of what you've said is the trend is coming up. Maybe we can amplify and replicate it, is by geotagging whatever we are doing. If you geotag, I can sit here and look at the bridge you're talking about. There are a whole lot of bridges that have been constructed, those that have been constructed, houses that have been
many more,
many
undergoing procurement process as we speak.
So if we have geotagging, then by the time you finish speaking and you leave, from my phone, I can, I will get the image on the Google map. It will show the location, you see the picture and everything. So I think it is high time we started thinking about all of this as part of accountability mechanism. The other thing again is we should be able, because when the minister was talking, it shows that he knows what he's talking about. He's immersed in his work, and it's not somebody that is just relying on brief. He won't tell you that I don't have the figures now, but maybe next time. I don't know what I'm making, but each assertion is making. He said, I can get maybe your people to send pictures. That shows that you did not sit in Abuja waiting for briefs from, and that is one thing that is lacking. That is one thing that is lacking. Somebody is in Abuja, you've commissioned somebody to do something in, say, Bama. There was this agency that we did a job for, and what was the job? Go out there, verify some of the interventions that we've delivered. When we go to the field, we realize that some were just there on paper, but some of these places have been paid mobilization. They did not return to site. Some other things that they needed to fix, some were fixed at the point of test running it. Right? It blew. And what happened? They took a snapshot of it, wrote a report, and got paid. To the community, federal government will come and fix it. Yeah. Right? To federal government, we've already delivered. We've moved ahead. Some, the quality, let's say you're supposed to use iron, say 15 mm. You are now using 10 mm, and it could not withstand the windstorm. And before you know it, after 6 months, that thing has packed up. To the federal government of Nigeria, we've intervened. The people are enjoying it. But to the people, we are yet to enjoy anything. So if you are a field person, then you tend to achieve more, because the picture they are coming to give you if they know that you will go to the field to verify, then they will be a bit circumspect, they will do the right things. So issues around monitoring and evaluation is very key, and that was why I talked about the issue of baseline, because baseline will tell you this is where we are, but this is where we will be. So in between, you have the facts to check. So what is happening in Nigeria is you tell people, okay, we want to train 300 persons. Now, it's 300 persons on the paper, and somebody generates a list with just phone numbers. That is if they are magnanimous to put phone numbers. Else, you just say a list. You don't even know who to call. You don't even know how to verify. But if you want to train people, you say, okay, the first thing is we need the BVN. No, the BVN is on the distant. Okay, NIN. Let us have the NIN number of these persons, right? Or the bank account of these persons. You know that definitely it must produce credible people, not ghost people, that people will just use, write reports. And so monitoring and evaluation is very key. But people see it. I was with a friend, and he's from Maiduguri, and he said the governor of Maiduguri has bastardized the office of the governor. I said, what did you do? He said, how can the governor descend so low to go and monitor how they are distributing rice? So to him, the governor is delving into mundane issues. But he doesn't know that why the people love the governor is because, as far as they are concerned, is ensuring justice and fairness, especially for the weak and those that do not have the power to compete. So what you feel is not important are the little things that will give the kind of result that we want. So first is baseline. Secondly is planning. And then monitoring and evaluation. Lastly, getting the right persons for the job. Because what used to happen in this country is you establish a very fantastic organization. Mr. A is more competent, but for political consideration, you choose Mr. B. And this Mr. B does not even have the temperament. Maybe this Mr. B is broke. Maybe this Mr. B is greedy. And he goes there, and what will he do? Public-private partnership. So 30% will go to public, 70% will come to him. And at the end of the day again, we will now spend money on EFCC to start tracking this person, to prosecute the person. So if you look at it, tail or head or tail, we are losing. So getting the competent people to occupy, and that is why anytime we talk about development commission, I used to say that they are very lucky to have the person that is at the helm of affairs who has brought some 3 key qualities that I could see. He's patient, he's hardworking, and he has the temperament and the experience. So it's running, but again with moderation and caution. For instance, after the development of the Northeast Development Commission Stabilization and Development Master Plan, the next question he was asking is, being that in all indices of development, Northeast is at the bottom of the ladder, do we have the required capacity to even implement what is in that very particular development and stabilization master plan? Now, it needed to go beyond, okay, we have a master plan. So, okay, good and fine. But do you have the resources? Do you have the manpower? Do you have the time? And all of this, he was able to provide an answer. So, this is a leadership that knows the fact that they needed to bring up their region in order to be at par with other regions. And that is why I quite agree with Honorable Minister when he said the regions are not at the same level of development. Even the challenges are not the same. And then once you have a roadmap, it's just like somebody who doesn't know any place, and then you have a Google map, and then it's telling you turn right, turn left, turn right until you get to your destination. So it's key that the quality of the people we're employing is very, very important. The roadmap, the key performance indicators, and when you talked about that of the government, I'm talking about that of the ministry itself. Yeah. Because without...
Ministry is part of the government.
Yes, because without that of the ministry cannot effectively supervise the commissions. Because what the ministry needed to be doing is sit around the table and say, okay, Northeast Development Commission, where are we on this? So if it is road infrastructure, lay the maps. Where are we? We said we are going to get to, these are the milestones. So where are we? North Central, where are we? And then in terms of the setup, and not even stops the ministry from organizing learning interaction
we do that very often. Sorry, not cutting you short before I forget.